Hello, my friends. Today we are removing the papers from this heart. I made this heart back in what I think is 2021, so it has sat around for a while. I know a few people are a little scared that the glue will become very hard to remove the papers, so let's find out if that's the case. Let's get into it. First of all, I have my two tools from Eversone. One is flat tweezers and the other are sharp curved pair of tweezers. But as you can see, everything was coming up quite nicely, and so I was able to continue with just my nails. And if you were going to continue using tools, you would just pry up your seam allowance and gently pull the paper out. And now with one hand, I am pulling my papers out, but with my other hand, especially my giant thumb, I am holding on to my seam allowance in place so the fabric doesn't tug at it and rip my stitches, because what we don't want to do is rip our stitches. Then it just becomes very annoying to fix. So here I've worked from the inside out, removing all of my papers. But really, the order doesn't matter because we are attaching it to a hoodie right away. But if I were still continuing on with this heart, I would leave that outer layer of papers in. But since we're not, we could just take it all out. And since I am not remaking this pattern, I don't really care about how my papers come out, so I am just ripping them out. But if you wanted to remake a pattern, I highly suggest photocopying the pattern before cutting it up. And this heart was a free pattern a long time ago. But if you are also looking to make it, feel free to send me a message and I will send you a linky link and you too can have a heart. Once we are done removing all of our papers, I will give the heart a good hot press and press all of those seams back into place and make sure everything is neat and tidy and tucked in. All the threads are trimmed, and that way it is ready for our next video where I attach it to a hoodie. And so really there was no problem removing papers that had sat in a project for multiple years. And if I did have any issues getting the papers out, I would suggest using a hot press to warm up the glue. And I like to overglue all of my pieces, so even that wasn't a problem. You know, for scientific reasons. Hopefully this video showed off enough of the details in removing these papers, but if not, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think. It's a one-woman show over here, and so your constructive criticism is actually needed. Really appreciate you guys. Okay, that's it for now. The end is in sight. Give everything a hot press, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks, friends.